Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to Guilt Free Mind. So, if you have ever been married to a narcissist or are healing from a narcissistic relationship, this video is meant for you. We are going to talk about something that's incredibly powerful, yet very often scary, and that is setting boundaries after a narcissistic relationship. This isn't about becoming cold or becoming harsh towards the other person. This is only about reclaiming your own peace, your personal worth, and your gentle heart without involving any kind of shame or guilt in it. You did not deserve the manipulation that was dished out to you. You did not deserve the gaslighting. You did not deserve the constant erosion of your boundaries. And healing does not mean that you have failed. It just means that now you are choosing yourself. So let's walk this path together in a guilt-free manner. Let's start with the first part of the video, which is understanding your wound. In narcissistic relationships, boundaries are meant to be exploited because for a narcissistic person, your boundary or you're establishing a boundary means you're threatening that other person's control. So your no, if you said no about anything, it must have been met with rage or silent treatment or guilt tripping in any form or a sudden love bombing to just pull you back in. Over time, you may have started doubting your right to have any kind of limits or boundaries at all. This is not your fault. Okay, let's get that clear. Narcissistic dynamics generally train you to prioritize the needs of the narcissistic person over yours. So your needs shrink while the narcissistic person's needs just keeps growing. But here is the real and raw truth. Healthy boundary walls, they're not meant for keeping people out. They are very gentle fences that are there to protect your energy, your values, and your journey of healing. Okay, so remember this and make sure that this stays in your head as you move forward from here. Now let's come to the second section of this video, which is the guilt-free mind approach towards boundaries. So here, in this space, in this blog, in this YouTube channel, I believe that healing happens when we release the shame and the guilt. Setting boundaries is not selfish, it's self-respect. And everyone should do it, and if they're not doing, then they should do it. That is my point here. However, there are some common fears that you may feel, like if I set boundaries, the people close to me will abandon me. Because they know me as a person who has very less boundaries or very flexible boundaries, but if I make the boundaries concrete, they're just going to abandon me. I'm overreacting. Boundaries, who cares? I should just forgive and forget everything that has happened and move further. These fears were planted in you by the relationship you were in. Today, we are going to challenge these fears. So we will start with a few practical steps to set boundaries after you have got out of a narcissistic relationship and are focusing on healing. Start with self-awareness. This is the foundation step. Take time to reflect on what drains you, what makes you feel unsafe, what values you want protected at all costs. Is it honesty? Is it respect? What is it? Try this gentle exercise. So just grab your journal, or you can use any of the free printable trackers that are available on Guilt Free Mind. There are many, so I urge you to take some time out, go to the blog and give it a thorough look. Trust me, you will find more printables than you can handle, so I would suggest that you just print it out or you just keep it, and whenever you have time, you keep going through it. So in this printable, what I want you to do, or you can just take a notebook and do this, I feel most at peace when, and then jot down the points, whatever comes to your mind. It does not have to be specifically about when you're with your loved one or when you're alone. Just write, I feel at peace when. Jot down your points. Similarly, I want you to prepare another list which will be about I feel depleted when, and then put down your points. This is not about judging you or judging your past or judging how you were in the past. This is not about that at all. This is just about understanding and honoring your current self. Second thing I want you to do is name your non-negotiables. Set some simple, clear boundaries like I will not engage in conversations that involve any form of blame shifting or gaslighting. No means no. No one can make me do it. I need space to process my emotions without any form of interruption from anyone. These should be written, etched in stone type of resolutions for you. No one should be allowed to break them, not even you. Contact will be limited to practical matters only if you have a child with a narcissistic partner and there's no other option except co-parenting. Write these down, speak them softly to yourself first, then practice in front of the mirror, because practice will build confidence. If you are expecting yourself to just write it down today, and then when the disaster hits or when the situation becomes where you need to use it and you're relying on yourself to be able to use it at that point, trust me, it will not work. Because you haven't had any practice. And when that situation strikes, when the hammer suddenly falls on your head, brains tend to go blank because that's their first defense. So they will not come up with these ideas at that moment, which is why practicing is so essential. Now, the third thing that I want you to do is use guilt-free communication scripts. Keep these calm, firm, yet brief. So the focus here, or the style that I'm using here, is the gray rock meets compassion approach. Here are some examples like, I'm not available for this discussion right now. When I feel better, I will talk about it. That's it. No more, no less. I hear you, but I won't continue if the tone becomes disrespectful in any format. I need time to think about this. I'll get back to you when I'm ready. These should also be etched in stone. Once you've said this, you don't have to say anything in its defense or in your justification. Don't try to justify, don't try to defend. If the other person is still stewing and spewing things you don't want to hear, get up and leave. But don't engage. No long explanations. Like I told you, no justification, no argument, no defending, no explanation. JADE, justify, argue, defend, explain. None of these should happen. This is what your practice should be like when you're dealing with a narcissist. Because when you start justifying, arguing, defending, or explaining, narcissists thrive on that. It's a win situation for them, and we don't want them to win. Okay? Point number 4, enforce your rules with consistency and self-compassion. The first time you hold a boundary, you may feel guilty, you may feel anxious. It's bound to happen. That is absolutely normal. Breathe in. Remind yourself that protecting my peace is an act of love. I deserve this, and I don't deserve to be mistreated. If they are still pushing back, hovering, using guilt trips, using anger, then that is an information for you to note down. Okay, this is not a reason to fold. Now here's a professional tip. When you're putting in boundary, pair it with creative healing work. Paint your boundary fence, doodle it, doodle a safe space for yourself, or you can even do dream journaling to process your emotions. Now, if you want details on any of these, please let me know in the comment section and I will make a dedicated video pertaining to this. We've covered 4 points. Coming to the 5th one, rebuild your support system. Surround yourself with people who respect your boundaries, who understand you for who you are, not for the person you became after you were in the narcissistic relationship. Focus on therapy, support groups, or you can even use Guilt Free Minds community for help. Remember, you don't have to do this alone. We are here to help you. I am here to help you. Now, the next section that I want you to focus on is healing beyond boundaries. Boundaries are a part of our life's journey. They are a critical part. You cannot go through this life without boundaries. You cannot just let everyone trample you. Boundaries are a part of your journey. So you need to understand that, and you need to understand that these boundaries, they create space to help you heal deeper, help you rebuild your self-trust, process your grief, and rediscover joy, and in the process, yourself, whom you had lost while being with a narcissist. I need you to remember one thing. Healing is not linear. It's not that today you start and you expect that in 10 days you would have healed 10%. You will go back and forth. Some days you will feel very strong. Other days you will feel like you're slipping and it's just hard and I can't wait for the day to end. But that's okay. It does not mean that you're not worthy. You are still worthy. Now here's one thing that I want you to do today. Go to the Get Free Mind blog and download my free beginners art therapy checklist. Or you can even go for a self-reflection tracker, whichever one appeals to you. Journal one small boundary that you want to practice this week, and you can also focus on watching related videos about guilt tripping, manipulation, and how to set up boundaries when it comes to people you want no contact with. If this topic, if what I said resonated with you somewhere, please like this video, hit the subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and share this with someone you feel needs a little bit of help on their journey. You are not alone, and it is our responsibility as human beings to keep reminding our peers, our loved ones as well, that they are also not alone. We are here for them, even if it means sharing a small video. It'll let them know that you're thinking about them and you're aware that they are going through something and that they need help. It's as simple as that. So do this. And finally, you deserve relationships that honor your boundaries. You deserve peace. You deserve to heal without any kind of guilt or shame. So thank you for being here, and take care of your beautiful mind and soul. I will see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye. Take care.